house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this pitch a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good, I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
Que pasa?
With us on the ones and twos, Joseph Ascani.
What up?
This is episode 158. We're going to do a little NFL breakdown, give you some of our best bets for the upcoming season, win totals, rookie of the year. I have a couple. I don't have a ton, but I got a little bit along the way. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go head over to the YouTube page, hit subscribe. If you're one of our BetSperts listeners, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Everything. Subscribe everywhere. We appreciate it. I made a post yesterday. I give everybody my sales pitch every year. We don't ask you for money for our picks. We just ask you for our time. The record speaks for itself. You went 16-3-1 in your locks of the week for college football last year. You won't find anybody who did better than that. Collectively, Nick and I were up 32 units on the year. It's just another day at the office, and there's the hype because we're so close. We are so close. We're 2 weeks away, basically. And every time, right around this time, I'm like, I'm going to make so much money. The hype is at an all-time high. You learn from your mistakes from the previous year. My mom's texting me about Taylor Swift tickets for my sister. I feel good, though. Where's your expectations, your excitement level? Where are you at?
Yeah, I feel good. But I always feel good to start, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you'd have to have something wrong with you to not feel good going in. Like, if you're going in like, yeah, I'm going to lose all my money again, like, you should probably do something else or just listen to us because we're just better at this than you are. And that's just a fact of life. It's nothing personal. There's a lot of people out there that think they know everything about football but don't want to put the time in. So my dad says it all the time. He's like, who's the quarterback at Duke? Riley Leonard. And he's like, how do you know that? Like, there's a lot of people that just don't really pay attention, and they just make on a whim bets, and it doesn't typically go well. So I put a lot of time and effort in, and it doesn't go well. So it's like, what would you prefer? I got a couple things to touch on before we get into. We'll do a little Saints news. We'll do a little, like I said, I got 2 division winners. I got a rookie of the year that I like, and then I want to talk comeback player of the year. But before we get into all of that, it's been so unbearably hot, dude, that I'm beginning to think, is global warming real? I've never been an anti-global warming guy. I've just never given a shit. But what do you think? Real or not real?
I don't know.
It's fucking way hotter than I ever remember it being.
Yeah.
And we're cursing inside the 5-minute window on YouTube. So sorry, YouTube. Is it just me, though, or is it extremely hot?
Yeah, it's hot.
Because remember, there was the heat wave like not that long ago. And I was like, okay, good, it's gone. And then it was like the next day was another heat wave. So I'm like, is it just 105 degrees every day now?
Mm-hmm.
So is it global warming?
I don't know if anyone can really know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
but I'm also not a scientist.
Yeah. What do you think? Real or not real?
It's hot.
It's extremely hot. It's way hotter than I ever remember.
And I can't remember, like.
But every summer, it's like that.
Yeah, maybe, because we go through the cold months and we forget how hot it is.
Yes.
But it is so hot.
It's
right
like
now.
I hate in April and May. Mm-hmm. People are like, oh, it's hot. I'm like, dude.
It's going to get worse.
Right.
You don't fucking know anything.
Yeah, it's going to get way worse. No, I walk outside.
Wait a little while. You'll figure out what's hot.
And you work in the heat, so it's completely different for you. But I walk outside and I immediately get pissed. Like, I'm not even kidding. I get mad. I get aggravated. If we have to get gas, I'm fucking furious. I hate it. It really, it's extremely frustrating.
I think it feels hotter because, like you said, like, you kind of forget what it felt like last year through that winter period, and then the heat comes back, and it feels hotter and hotter each and every year. But I don't remember it being this hot ever.
Yeah, we'll have to.
At least.
And we've never said that on this podcast, so it's hot enough for us to talk about it on here. So
that makes it real.
It's noteworthy right now. If it was this hot last year, I would assume that
Yeah, I
we
think
probably
it's
would
a
have brought it
little
up.
hotter this year than last year.
See, I don't even remember what it felt like last year during the summer.
It was hot.
It was hot, yeah. But I mean, we just got back from Austin. It was a steady 110 every day, 110 degrees. You can't do anything
Is
outside.
that before or after the heat index?
That's before. That's the
just the
actual
temperature.
temperature. Yeah.
So it's like 120. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't 110 all day, but it was minimum 105, and it would hit 110 at around the hottest parts of the day without question.
Yeah, you get in your car and it's reading like 118.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been brutal. Barstool Sports. Dave Portnoy now owns 100% of Barstool Sports. It might be the all-time fleece job ever. It's kind of remarkable. Did you see the details and shit? We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
He got it back for nothing. Nothing. He sold it for basically half a billy. Obviously, he didn't get all of that money, but essentially, Barstool Sports was purchased by Penn for $500 million. I guess there was a clause they wanted out. ESPN and Penn struck up a deal, so ESPN bought them out of their deal with Barstool. I'm assuming the fine print of the contract said that if something like that were to happen, then Dave gets first right of refusal, but I'm assuming clearly he was able to get it for nothing. So it's like the all-time heist. He got his company that he built from the ground up, made generational wealth off of, got it back for $0, and then so the details are he's incentivized to hold on to it because if he ever sells it again, Penn will get 50% of the future sales. So he's like, I'm back to work, and it's going to be like old school Barstool again. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, talk about things going your way, I guess. So one guy made a video like rejoicing that Barstool Sportsbook was gone. It's like, you stupid moron. Like, he's not, like, he didn't get screwed in this deal. Maybe it's good for both sides because obviously Penn, it's going to be better for them in the long run, I would assume, or they wouldn't do the deal. ESPN's going to shit anyway, though. I hate ESPN now.
It's been going to shit.
I hate ESPN. It used to be so cool.
Stuart Scott.
Yeah, Stuart Scott obviously was one of the best of all time, but who they just got rid of, I'm going to blank on all the names now. They just got rid of Neil Everett. He'd been there for a long time. Scott Van Pelt's the best. No, you're thinking of Stan Verrett.
Yeah.
Scott Van Pelt's the best guy they have currently, and he has been for quite a while. But they got rid of all the good guys. Steve Levy, didn't he used to be there? He could still be. I don't know what he's doing, but it's all just, it's fucking terrible now. All of it. Do you ever watch ESPN?
No.
They got rid of the Van Gundy.
Yeah, on the broadcast.
And Mark
Jackson.
Right?
Yeah.
Mike Breen, I saw something. He was like pretty let down by that because he liked.
Yeah, those are his guys. They've been together for a while.
Yeah.
They had like the perfect combo of Mike Breen, bang, he's just doing his usual shit. But then you had Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. You can tell they liked each other, but would butt heads. And it wasn't like, oh, they're going to get pissed. It's not going to be like a, who was it? Ben Watson trying to smack the dude at the table. Like, you could tell they were never going to really go at it. They just disagreed professionally and had a good chemistry together.
Yeah, you had Mike Breen calling the game, and in
Yeah.
the background, the other two are talking about something
Yeah.
other than basketball. That's what made it good.
It was a good dynamic. Van Gundy knows what he's talking about. Mark Jackson obviously knows what he's talking about as well. The all-time just got screwed as a coach and got the boot the year before, and then Steve Kerr goes on to lead the Warriors, a team that I could have coached. But I don't understand what ESPN's – I mean, I do understand what they're doing. It's the diversity quota that they have to hit, but everything's just – you've got just a completely different direction. Everything reflects that clearly they're making the wrong decision, but whatever. That type of media is going down the gutter anyway. So, Hard Knocks is out. Did you watch episode 1?
No.
What's it on?
HBO Max. Or HBO, I guess. We have a different HBO account. I just signed up for an HBO account unintentionally today and added it to my already overpriced cable subscription. So I'm going to have to call them because you can't cancel it online.
Oh, you already had HBO?
We had access to an account. I know that. So
do you have it on your cable though?
Yes, but I got the app. And I don't know. It's they're they're screwing me.
Because like if you have it,
You can connect.
like if you pay for it through your cable subscription or whatever,
you can connect to your account.
yeah, then you just
It wouldn't let me
sign
do
in
it.
through your cable provider.
Yeah, and I tried, and for some reason it wouldn't let me do it. I don't know. It was a whole thing. But anyway, I was able to watch the first episode. I think it's going to be hilarious how quickly everyone's like, Aaron Rodgers is awesome. I guarantee you, everybody's going to like Aaron Rodgers because he seems like a likable guy. He's a cool guy. It's good insight to his interactions with the teammates. Even the defensive lineman, like one of the dude grabs the mic. He's like, all that shit you hear on the internet about Aaron Rodgers, it's wrong. And he like throws the mic back. Like they all love him, clearly. It's a cool look into like his thought process and him working with Zach Wilson. And then my one takeaway was Garrett Wilson's fucking annoying. There was really only one clip.
Yeah.
But he seems pretty damn annoying. Sauce Gardner's good. I don't know if he's as good as the hype. But the thing about Hard Knocks is that you watch it and you're like, this team can win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They do a very good job of making it. I mean, all you're seeing is highlights all day, and you're seeing good coaching moments, and you're seeing all the positives. They'll show you the negatives eventually, but I guess my question would be, are the Jets a legitimate contender this year?
I wouldn't buy stock in the Jets.
Me neither. And that's why I'm like, am I crazy? What do you think?
No. I don't see them making the playoffs.
I understand they got, like, the best play of episode 1 was they were in competition, and this was actually what led to the clip where I saw Garrett Wilson. I'm like, the motherfucker's annoying. Rodgers threw a back shoulder, basically back corner of the end zone pass to Lazard, and he made a great catch, and the offense beat the defense. But so he's got a lot of his Packers wide receivers, Lazard, Randall Cobb's there, obviously Garrett Wilson. They've got McCole Hardman. If Breece Hall is back healthy, you pair him with Michael Carter. They have running backs as well. Corey Davis. The offensive line's not bad. They've been kind of beefing it up. Mekhi Becton, a couple other guys. And then the defense, I mean, obviously Sauce Gardner, but the Jets defense is always great. Couldn't tell you a ton of players on the team off the top of my head, but it's like, why did Aaron Rodgers play so poorly last year?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really.
It was the lowest QBR of his career.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody to throw to over there.
Yeah, I mean,
but a good rushing attack. Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Good offensive line.
Yeah, pretty good offensive line. Was Bakhtiari playing all year?
Not all year.
Yeah, it was injured.
Okay, and then I mean they got Christian Watson, a lot of rookie receivers, a lot of young receivers. So yeah, nobody really to throw to, but I mean that shit does matter. So I don't know. That's why I'm like, but he didn't look great in multiple different.
Of throws.
Yeah,
I watched a lot of the Packers last year. He missed a lot of throws.
So
he usually makes.
I'm interested to see. He looks good in episode 1 of Hard Knocks, but they do a good job of making. I mean, they're showing him hitting the targets. He just randomly launches the ball 70 yards, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a nice looking ball. And then he drops it into like this net. I'm like, oh, okay. It was like a dime. And he called Zach Wilson's deep ball in the preseason. I'm sure you saw that clip going around where he literally calls, throw one deep to whatever, Malik or whoever. So it's cool. I'm interested to see episode 2. I'm glad the Saints didn't get chosen for Hard Knocks because I do feel like it's a distraction. There's a reason Aaron Rodgers didn't want to be chosen for Hard Knocks. But yeah, y'all should go watch it. So yeah, I mean that's really no. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who's seen it.
I'll watch it.
Login information.
Can't do that. Sean Payton's comments. What were your thoughts? Because they address him there.
What did he say?
He said that Nathaniel Hackett's coaching job with the Broncos, he's not wrong, was the worst coaching job he's ever seen, arguably. He said it was such a bad coaching job last year, one of the worst of all time.
Like him doing his job coaching?
Yeah, like him as a head coach with the Broncos last year.
Yeah, I mean, the first game of the season was
yeah, it's a debacle.
one of the worst calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't remember? It fucking screwed me.
Yeah.
I yelled at the camera for 20 minutes.
Well, just from not even a betting perspective, from a football perspective, to win the game.
Yeah, I don't understand how they botch timeouts in
Right.
late game situations as much as they do. But I mean, I don't know. He's not wrong, but it's kind of like, why'd you say it? Why'd you have to say it? Nathaniel Hackett's now the like offensive coordinator, and he just caught a stray for no reason.
Uh-huh.
But then that brings me to the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Robert Saleh was up on the post-game press conference, and he goes, man, Sean's been in the league a long time. He can say whatever he wants, very successful. He said, I don't worry about that. He said, I live by the saying, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. What? You live by that saying? Are you fucking kidding me?
Hell yeah.
Who lives by that?
Me.
You live by, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Straight up.
He said it just like that, too. To get up there and say that, like, I wake up every morning and I tell myself, if I ain't got no haters, I ain't popping. So it's like, I got to go piss some people off.
Motivation right there.
I thought that was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You do not live by that saying. You're lying.
Me?
No, Robert Saleh and you.
I wake up and say that to myself every morning.
I was very surprised when he said that. Also, Johnny Manziel's documentary's out. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, you got to catch up. Football's close. Did you watch it?
Hell no.
What do you mean, hell no?
Dude.
It's
I'm
awesome.
for that shit.
Where can you watch that at?
Netflix.
Just Netflix?
Yeah, it's one of those untold, like the Manti Te'o documentary.
Okay.
It's very good. He was so good. He really was. That run he had was wild. But they talk about, obviously the clip going around is where he didn't look at a single minute of film with the Browns. But I mean, it's like, yeah, he sucked. Were you surprised? And then, but the main takeaways for me were that they made up the story that he came from money. Remember, they were like, oh, yeah, well, his family's
Dad's
wealthy.
got money, yeah.
They made that up because they were making so much money signing autographs that his friend made up the story that they have oil money, and they show all the clips where Skip Bayless is like, he comes from oil money. Like, they're really not that wealthy, they said. He was just making a shitload of money going to the card people and whatever memorabilia guys and signing all the shit for him. They pay him $30,000 each time he goes. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
He only got a half-game suspension from the NCAA. And they were, like, investigating him to, like, get him with, like, what Reggie Bush got in trouble for. Same shit. And similar shit. But, yeah, they managed to only get a half-game suspension and then he's like, we immediately went back to signing autographs. So they made up a story that he's able to wear Rolexes and shit because his family comes from oil money. And then they talk about the combine. They said he like smoked weed or something, so he was gonna fail the drug test. And so his agent concocted this plan where he was gonna go do the athletic stuff at the combine, all the measurables and all of that, run his 40, which he did. And they ended up getting his pee clean, like drank a ton of water, was doing all kinds of different stuff. But if he wasn't, he had his dad on standby to fake a heart attack and go to the hospital, and Manziel would have to bounce to go see his dad in the hospital. This agent might be the best agent of all time. It was hilarious hearing him talk about it. The night before his pro day workout for the Browns, he was out drinking, Manziel, and so were all the receivers. Well, Manziel woke up, the receivers got hammered and didn't wake up, so he had no receivers for his pro day workout. And the teams are like, what are we doing? The agent, the manager, like a ball boy, were all running routes for him. His agent was running routes like in a suit and shit, like regular clothes. And he's like, I'm out there diving for balls because he's throwing it like he's throwing them to Mike Evans. Like, it was wild. Just the whole, like, it's almost like he finessed his way to the league, but he was that good in college. So it was cool to see. And then I think Jersey Jerry tweeted about it at the end. Like, he talks about, it gets dark where he talks about being suicidal and he talks about just everything because he was literally not giving a shit with the Browns. And then they build it up like he went down the super dark path. And then at the end, he's just like drinking beer. Like, they built it up like he was going to, like, he went to rehab and he's doing great and he's sober. It's like, no. He still parties and shit and just golfs every day. Like, it was weird. The Jersey Jerry tweeted it out, and he's like, kind of just very awkward, like a strange ending, which it was. They just ended it right there. And they're like, yep, he just does what he was doing before. He's just not in the NFL now. So, I don't know. It was cool to see. That was fun to relive. I mean, that was a wild time whenever he was doing all that he was doing. So,
yeah,
he was really fucking good, dude, for his size and just everything. What he did to Alabama, he was really good. They talk about, because they go up big against Alabama, 20-something to nothing, and then Bama comes back, and he said Like they said he was on the sidelines. They had all like the booster club members. They had like some cameras and shit over there. And he told everybody, he's like, we're going to score on this play. Threw like 2 perfect balls. He even talks about it. He said it was probably the best ball he ever threw down the right sideline to Swope. And then there was a back left corner throw for a touchdown. And that sealed the win for him. And they were like, everything changed after that. Like he did that to Alabama. It's like now he won the Heisman as a freshman, obviously. But I don't know. People can shit on the dude all they want. He was the fucking real deal in college. So, and I kind of think about it. What did, it's like you look at Zach Wilson with the Jets. Obviously he has a new opportunity learning and sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. But what did Zach Wilson do better than Johnny Manziel in college?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like, why do we think Zach Wilson's going to be?
I mean, he has far better arm talent than Manziel.
Yeah, but I don't know. When you look at what I don't know. I think I'm out on Zach Wilson's ability in the NFL. I mean, not that that's a bold prediction. He hasn't shown the ability to do much. That deep ball in the preseason game was perfect, but yeah, I mean,
it's tough for a player like him because I mean, they were hyping him up as like comparing him to Mahomes, like, so it's like, but he's not able to improvise like that.
Yeah, no, you can tell he doesn't. The game's not.
So like. In his first 2 years, it's just
Mahomes.
like him trying to do too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he got thrown to the wolves pretty quick. But yeah, you can tell the game's much slower for Mahomes. Granted, he's in there with Andy Reid, and he's in there with good offensive minds, and he's surrounded by weapons, so it's a different circumstance. But yeah, that one's worth watching too. So if you haven't watched that, that's a good one. Colin Cowherd, did you see what he did? He made a list. I don't know if this has been a running list since 2013 or what, but he has a list of quarterbacks. It was a very poorly put together list because there was a typo. It was quarterbacks that can win a Super Bowl. He's like, it's supposed to be can't. Actually, so he reads through, and he's going through quarterbacks on this list are Paxton Lynch, there's Johnny Manziel, there's E.J. Manuel. All these fucking quarterbacks aren't even in the league. And then he's like, and you got quarterbacks like Dwayne Haskins. Can't win a Super Bowl. And he pauses like he's about to like, wait a second. And he goes, the list says can. It's quarterbacks that can't win a Super Bowl. And then he just keeps going. It's like, Dwayne Haskins is dead, you dumb moron.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Like, you want to talk about lack of preparation. Or really, I even put on Twitter, I was like, this confirms he doesn't watch. He doesn't know. He's just reading. There's no fucking way you don't know that Dwayne Haskins got hit by a truck in Florida. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
How do you not know that? Who do you think's the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers? You think he's the backup? That's why they got Kenny Pickett, you dumb moron. I'm so tired of people taking what they say. It's the equivalent of Stephen A. Smith going to talk about mixed martial arts. He doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about. None of these guys know what they're talking about. They're just reading off a paper. They're not watching. For you to sit there and be like, Dwayne Haskins can't win a Super Bowl? No shit. It's impossible. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why these people make the money they do. He's got a good voice. His voice is not bad.
Yeah.
Other than that, what does he have? The ability to read? I can do that. I can read that fucking Dwayne Haskins can't win a Super Bowl if you tell me to. What is he, Ron Burgundy? It's crazy, dude. I couldn't believe. There's no way you can convince me that he knows football. For him to sit there, read that, go, okay, it's actually supposed to be quarterbacks that can't win. Like, he pauses and you think he's going to be like, guys, Dwayne Haskins, what are we doing? And no, he doesn't even correct himself. So it's the first thing that comes to mind. Everyone knows what happened to Dwayne Haskins, unless you don't watch football. So I don't.
No, all those shows that are like daily like that, they just got to make up shit.
Yeah, they're coming up. It's always a new list.
About.
It's
yeah,
always
it's like,
a new. Yes, it's a lot of filler. It's a lot of, especially in right now in the off season, and now we're approaching preseason, obviously. But they're trying to figure out things to talk about. But it's like, good God, what are we doing? Paxton Lynch?
Yeah, EJ
That's
Manuel?
what I couldn't figure out if it was a running list. But regardless, dude, Dwayne Haskins. All right, I have two things left. In the ultimate case of irony, Lizzo, the queen of the fats, is being sued because she hates fats. Did you see this?
What?
Yeah, did you see this? So her dancers are coming out and saying
I did see that.
they're suing her because she was like, essentially what I gathered, I don't really care, was she threatened to fire them because they were gaining too much weight. Mm-hmm. So the queen of the fats and body positivity is like, I just imagine, because they give you whatever you want in your green rooms. Like we went to Kevin Hart's comedy show. We got to go in the green room and it was buffet. It was awesome. They were playing cards and shit. So her green room, I just imagine her green room. I don't even know if she would let the dancers in. Probably not. There's actually a whole nother rabbit hole you can go down of what she was doing with the dancers and shit. And it gets
banana.
It gets weird. But so I just imagine Lizzo's green room like exactly, it's Golden Corral. Like I imagine you walk in and there's a fondue fountain and there's pastries and everything that
fucking smothered pork chops and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. And I just imagine her like the dancers being in there and she's like walking by like, really, Stacy, maybe get some celery, bitch. Like maybe eat a salad as she's just fucking gorging herself. I'm talking like dunking her head in the chocolate river. Like that's what I imagine. I imagine literally they just take a Golden Corral and drop it in her green room before she goes out. And then she's looking at all of her dancers like, don't fucking eat it. As she's fat as fuck. And she's telling them like, they're probably like in good shape. I don't know. They could be fat. I don't know. I know nothing about Lizzo. The last thing I saw was that they let her fat ass play James Madison's 200-year-old glass flute.
Dude said smothered pork chops.
Dude, James Madison is rolling over in his grave for a number of reasons, but his glass flute, 200 years old, at least she plays the flute. Like, at least they didn't just say, like, here's a fucking trombone, like an instrument she doesn't know how to play. Or just like, she's like twerking while playing the flute. Like, she's stomping all over the founding fathers' graves.
Jesus.
Like, just full of grease and plaque and just fucking no respect for the founding fathers. But
she's a disgrace.
She is so fat. And I mean, which is okay. It's okay to be fat. But it's not okay to be fat and get mad at other people for being fat.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit. So it turns out
it's
Lizzo,
really not okay to be fat at all. Yeah, there's a lot of problems that come with that.
Well, yeah, it's okay, but it's not ideal.
When you look in the mirror, though, you should feel like, damn,
well,
I look like shit.
Nah, I mean,
yeah,
that to each their own. But health-wise, I mean,
when you look in the mirror, you should think, oh, I want to live longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lizzo's going to die at 40.
How old is she?
It's not okay to be fat.
I have no idea. She may not die at 40, but we're pushing this body positivity, and then it's like it's the ultimate catch-22 where she's like, I don't want fat bitches up there behind me.
Yeah.
I'm the fat bitch. So I thought that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, that she's like getting drugged through the mud for not wanting fat people, but she's like the queen of the fats. She's the body positivity queen.
Yeah, so they're suing her ass, huh?
They either are or they're threatening to. I don't know. There was somebody else came out. They said apparently she's a huge bitch. Like, which is like, no kidding. Have you ever met a fat woman that's not a bitch?
Shit. Going off the
Anti-fat.
Yeah, no, I don't care. You can be fat all you want. Just don't
come around me.
Don't be mean.
Fat people fucking stink.
Oh man, it is perfectly okay to be fat, but you cannot.
No, it's not.
I've actually said this. Well, it is. It's like you can do whatever you want. I don't care. It's not beneficial for your health. You won't live as long as a skinny person.
Buy 2 plane tickets.
But there's one. Yeah. Don't start fucking bitching about the size of the plane seats. That's a crazy argument. You
Why,
need
you
to
don't
accommodate
touch
me. Accommodate your heart.
Why you don't want to touch
There's nothing worse being in the middle seat next to a fat person on a plane.
No, it's unfortunate. Yeah, some of them you can tell feel bad though, and that makes me feel bad. But I've said this for quite a while. You cannot. It's rule number 1 in the fat handbook. You cannot be fat and mean. Mm-hmm. You have to be a nice fat person. You can't be fat and mean. You can be skinny and mean. Doesn't make it right, but it's a fact of life. Yeah. If you are horrendously fat, you have to be really nice.
Horrendously?
Well, I mean, if you're Lizzo, you have
horrendously, like
Lizzo, you have to be nice.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
You just have to. But for the community guidelines and all that, there's nothing wrong with being fat, and everybody is perfect on the outside, not the inside. Your heart is struggling. All right, last thing. Did we go to the moon? We talked about it right before we started recording. Do you think we went to the moon?
The moon's hollow. Did y'all know that?
Okay. Do you think we went to it? No, I didn't. I don't know. I might have known. I don't fucking know.
Shit if I know, dude. I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I feel like there was this big race to the moon. We got there, and then everybody else was like, shit, and just stopped trying to go.
Yeah, y'all found nothing.
And we never went back. We just went once. We're like, all right. There's a lot of holes to the story. But yeah, we talked about it right before, so that's the only reason we went in there. Everybody agrees. So there's nothing to carry on any further. All right, we'll get into a little bit of Saints news, and then I have a couple bets that I'm taking, and we'll see what everybody else is doing. Obviously, right off the top, Alvin Kamara, 3-game suspension. That's a dub in my book. So I thought 4 to 6. I'll take 3. He went and met with Goodell, gave him a story. I guess Goodell, I don't know. Alvin Kamara's a likable guy. $1 million smile. You get in there, you say you had it coming. 3 games. We can live with it. I think it's the Titans. It's the Titans, Panthers, and Packers, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Manageable. And it looked like it looked like we were loading up on the running back room because Kareem Hunt, we got the report from Diana Rossini. ESPN is in the absolute shitter, man. We got the report from Diana Rossini that Kareem Hunt and Anthony Barr are expected to sign with the Saints. Then, instead of being like, oh, fuck, I was wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about, Diana Rossini goes, look at this twist. Kareem Hunt's now on his way to Indianapolis for a workout because they offered him more money. So apparently he did the visit and was about to work out. This is what I am gathering. And before he did the workout, his agent called and was like, the Colts will pay you more. Guaranteed money, go there. And he just got on a plane and went to Indianapolis. So the new report, though, is that he left Indianapolis without a deal. So that's good. Why the fuck would you want to go there? The owner just said basically running backs are idiots. Mm-hmm. Like, he just said, well, it makes no sense to pay a running back.
Yeah.
So I hope he comes to the Saints. I think that would be incredible. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have a loaded running back room, but it's like, think about that. Dude, you have Alvin Kamara, one of the best in the league. I like Kendre Miller. We have to see what he can do in the league, but he was very good in college, one of the better rookie running backs. You've got 1,000-yard, 18-touchdown Jamal Williams, which I don't think he will not duplicate that. So I hope people aren't expecting him to go. If he can hit 10 touchdowns, that would be incredible. Mm-hmm. It's like when LeGarrette Blount got 21 with the Patriots that one year, and then got single digits the next year. That ain't gonna happen. It's a lot of goal line touchdowns. It's a lot of
we didn't score 18 touchdowns.
Yeah,
as a team last year.
Jesus Christ, we nearly threw that many to the other team.
Yeah.
And then you've got, who am I missing on?
He's off.
Nope, not him. He's gone.
Yeah.
No, we've got Alvin Kamara. Oh yeah, and then if you add Kareem Hunt, that would be incredible.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
Would have been. Could still be.
We'll see.
It could still be. Him leaving Indianapolis without a deal is a good sign. You don't think? You think he's
it's
gone?
better than him.
Well, obviously.
You don't care about Anthony Barr?
I mean,
Didn't he go visit someone else too?
So he was going to go. The Colts signed running back Jason Huntley. So they had to go a different direction. This motherfucker might have said, I'm going back down south. And he's going to come back and be like, sorry, guys, I'm ready to work out.
Yeah.
He went to the Giants for a workout, they said, but then it got canceled. So I don't know what's going on, man. They need to figure it out. Fucking preseason games this week. Got to pull our head out of our ass here. Marlon Mack towards Achilles with the Cardinals. So does he maybe go there? They fucking suck. It's like, what are you going to – why would they pay Kareem Hunt more money than us? They're not going to do anything. They'll probably pick first.
Yeah.
I don't know when Kyler Murray's supposed to be coming back. But, yeah, so, yeah, Kareem Hunt, he went to the in terms of Barr, this says Anthony Barr had a good visit with the Saints but is departing without a deal. New Orleans remains in play for him, but he has interest from other teams and could make more visits in the near future. Was supposed to go to the Giants, didn't. It got canceled. I don't know, dude. I would be surprised if we get neither one of them. I think Anthony Barr would be good linebacker depth. I would love Kareem Hunt, though. Hypothetically, we get Kareem Hunt. Where's the weakness on offense?
Yeah. Well, that was the case I was trying to make. Like, even Kamara suspended 3 games, but even when he comes back, it's like that takes a lot of the workload off of Kamara.
Yeah.
To where he's not being overworked.
Yeah. And you can...
Because he can do a lot of the same things. He can pass protect. He's a good pass protector. Catch out the backfield.
Yeah.
And then he's more like of a bruising back.
Yeah. No, but he's shown the ability. He can also catch, too. Like, he was a good 1-2 combo with Nick Chubb. So it's like he can kind of do everything. Led the league in rushing, and then he kicked that girl. Mm-hmm. So she had it coming. It wasn't even a hard kick, man. Yeah. What'd she call him?
Yeah.
Come on. But if we get him, what's the weakest link on offense?
Line?
I wouldn't even say that. It's got to be question marks with Derek Carr. It's got to be question marks with Derek Carr. And I'm confident. I've seen him. He has the ability. The red zone struggles have got to go. But he has the ability. But when you look at the lineup, how can you not be optimistic? If this is a hypothetical, if we get Kareem Hunt, even if we don't get him, but if we do, loaded running back room, really good receiver core, you have a proven one of the best in the league when healthy, trying to come back from injury. We're expecting him to. Nick Underhill at New Orleans Football thinks he's going to have a great year. Olave, I think, is going to break out this year. I thought he could have very well won Rookie of the Year his rookie season last year, and then I think he's going to have a great year. But then Shaheed. You have the unproven, like, high ceiling guy. Then you've got whatever happened with Renfro. Did he ever come to us?
Not that I know.
Or is he planning on it?
I don't know.
Did he go anywhere?
I'm not sure.
But then you have the tight end room.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Taysom Hill, Jawan Johnson, who I like. I like Jawan Johnson a lot. And then Jimmy Graham, if he makes the team, I would assume, and Foster Moreau. So that's interesting there.
Foster Moreau's a good tight end too.
No. He'll make the team. I'll be surprised if he doesn't make the team.
He played good with Derek
But that's
Carr.
a lot of tight ends.
Yeah.
Did we keep all 4 of them?
Well,
Taysom isn't going anywhere just out of respect.
Right.
And his ability to, you can put him in for
they'll
different.
probably keep them all.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a lot, dude. That's 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
Like 4 quality tight ends. I understand Jimmy Graham didn't play last year and is over the hill, but Jawan Johnson's on the up and up. Foster Moreau's a young, talented guy who can do everything. Taysom Hill's Taysom Hill, and then Jimmy Graham. But it's like, I don't know. I hope they keep them all. I think they can all be valuable. But so when you look at it, it's like, yeah, I guess you could say the line, but Eric McCoy, Ramczyk obviously is Ramczyk.
What's
if
going
Penning,
on with Penning?
it seems fine. I don't think he's dealing with any injury issues. He was working with Ramczyk. Yeah, he's been playing. Apparently Pete and Hurst are in a battle for the left guard spot, which is good. That's a good sign. Nobody's hurt. They're just battling it out. And then Cesar Ruiz at right guard, but he definitely made strides last year. So I don't think the line's a worry. I think the question mark is just Derek Carr. And I think it could be another Geno Smith situation where, like, they wrote me off, I didn't write back. Like, he got thrown, cast away. Dude had one of the worst situations in Oakland/Vegas with the coaches and then Henry Ruggs and just everything, the moving, all of it. So we're even bringing in John Gruden to come in, and we don't care about if he was mean, if anybody was mean.
Yeah, that's another name ESPN got rid of.
Well, that was, I mean, when you have hundreds of emails.
He was the greatest Monday Night Football.
He was. Well, relax. Was John Madden not on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, he was, but I mean, come on, Gruden.
John Madden, the turducken?
Well, we weren't even old enough to remember watching John Madden.
I remember hearing John Madden a little bit.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, it wasn't the highlight. It wasn't the bulk of our time, yes. But it's kind of like I watched Jordan on the Wizards.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like
Gruden was our Madden, and they whatever.
What was his Spider Y67 banana?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Gruden,
I forget
man.
who it was. Oh, it was back when he was I saw a video when he was coaching the Buccaneers, and it was Chris Sims couldn't remember the fucking
that shit
plays.
is so funny. Come on, man. He's getting so pissed. No, that's one of the best videos of all time because Chris Sims used to talk a lot of shit about Drew Brees, and I would post that video every now and then. I'm like, you are a dumbass.
Can't even remember the plays.
You can't remember the fucking plays, and you're talking about Drew Brees. No, my hopes are very high, but that's why I keep trying to. My hopes are always high, but I try to be realistic. Like my hopes were high last year, but it was like I thought we were going to be better than we were, but then it was quickly like, okay, we fucking suck. So, but my hopes are pretty fucking high this year. I don't understand where we're going to struggle. Who's the Jordan Howden, the safety? Well, that was the dude from Minnesota, right? Remember we drafted the safety from Minnesota. And we were both talking about, I'm pretty sure it's Howden.
This was this past draft or draft before?
Yeah, that's him. This draft. Yeah.
Okay.
They're saying he's competing like he could potentially win a starting spot. They're saying he's looking good. So that's good, regardless if it's Matthew and May, and then you've got him rotating in. Obviously, Alontae Taylor, I think, is going to be good. I think that was part of why we were okay with letting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson go. But you got Paulson Adebo, Marshawn Lattimore. They said Marshawn Lattimore looks so fucking good. Like, the best they've ever seen him look. So then if you bring in Barr for linebacker depth to go with DeMario, Pete Werner, whoever the fuck else, D-line's definitely a question mark, but if the rookies can step up, they have Foskey as like the third, right defensive end. And then Brian Brzee is the third string defensive tackle. So I'm interested to see what they can do, but Kalen Saunders from Kansas City I think is going to be good. Don't even know the other defensive tackle. But then Malcolm Roach is the backup. But obviously Cam signed his extension, so he'll be with us probably for the rest of his career. And then Peyton Turner, we'll see if he can fucking do anything. I doubt it. But you want to talk about swing and misses on a defensive end in multiple years in a row. They literally got the same guy, small Texas school, injury-prone defensive end.
Yep.
They're the same person. But yeah, so it's like, are my expectations unrealistic?
I don't know.
What are your expectations?
I mean, I think we definitely should win the division, make the playoffs, and anything can happen from there. I'm not saying we're going to go to the Super Bowl or win it, but if you get into the playoffs, you can do anything. Anything can happen. We saw it in 2006.
Yeah, if we don't make the playoffs, Allen's gone.
Got to be. Yeah. So that brings me to I think we've already talked about this.
Yeah, that's what I think. The weakest spot's coach.
Yeah.
He's a dipshit.
Yeah, but I'm giving him a mulligan.
Yeah, I always say you got to give the coach. They fire coaches too quick.
Unless their name's Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
He's in the Manziel
or
doc.
Allen.
So yeah, I have two division winners. One, I've already said this on here, is the Saints plus 130. We're minus 188 to make the playoffs, but we're plus 130 to win the division.
Yeah.
Obviously, next closest to win it is Atlanta. We think, like, am I missing something? I understand Atlanta had the possibility to do something last year, and then they went on that losing streak. mid-season with Mariota, then benched him and went with Ritter, and their season was done at that point. Goddamn Xavier Howard doesn't even know Desmond Ritter's name. They just did a joint practice. They're like, yeah, number 9. They're like, who's number 9? Like, the quarterback. They're like, what? Who? Like, he didn't even know who he was. Do we think Desmond Ritter's going to come in and win the division? I understand it's up for grabs for the most part, but this should be the Saints division far and away. It should be a runaway. You don't think?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So why are we're minus 188 to make the playoffs, but we're plus 130 to win the division?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way that you do. And I also kind of, the win total is 9.5 now.
Yeah.
Which out of all three of those to make the playoffs, to win the division or to go over 9.5 wins, I think the best bet is to win the division. Just because that's the way you're going to make the playoffs. I think, in
definitely.
Our division.
Yeah, you guaranteed a playoff spot, but it's like, I don't know. I will be surprised. I'll be shocked if we don't win it. It'll be a massive, massive failure. So yeah, that's one of mine. Plus 130. I have one other division winner, and then I have a rookie of the year.
Okay.
That I like. But what order do we want to do?
I'll go through division. I'm on the Saints as well.
Okay. Do you have anything for the AFC South?
Yes.
What do you have?
Jacksonville.
Me too. Like, what? I'm looking at it, I'm like, am I fucking missing something, dude? I have minus 155. What'd you have?
Yeah, that's what I have.
They don't have anybody. Yeah, I think the Jaguars are going to be good. And the division's not great. So, yeah, that's my second one. So, we're clearly in agreement there. I thought they were good last year. They got the playoff win, obviously. Wait, yeah, they did make that incredible comeback, right? They were not on the wrong end of that, right?
Which game?
Wasn't it them and the Chargers? Who won that playoff game?
Which one?
Yeah, Jacksonville won.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I couldn't remember if they were on the right or wrong end of that. They came back from – that was our bowling day.
Yeah.
And I remember I woke up and I was on Jacksonville. Yeah. And I remember I woke up when I was feeling like shit after just throwing up all over Hooters at the parking lot, not inside. But I laid on the couch and I looked and I was like, fuck. They were down like 40. I'm like, fuck. I go to sleep. I wake up. I'm like, they won.
Yeah, I remember being tired and watching. I was like, is this really happening?
I was like half asleep and I could hear it. Like I could hear the announcers. Oh my God. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But yeah, I think the Jaguars are going to be good. Minus 155 to win the division for me. So that's my only 2 division bets. What else do you have?
The NFC North.
Okay.
So basically I'm looking at like weaker divisions. Mm-hmm. With Rodgers gone now, Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, so I'm interested.
Kind of overperformed. Obviously, the Lions are the favorites now. But I'm going with the Bears.
I thought
plus 430.
I thought I saw 6 to 1. I could totally be wrong though. I was thinking that, like, am I crazy? That's what was in my head. I'm like, am I dumb for?
Yeah, no. I mean, I thought Fields took some steps forward in the second half of last year.
I don't understand the narrative around Justin Fields. I understand they're running him a lot, but I watched him at Ohio State. That game he had against Clemson, where his ribs were messed up, was remarkable. It reminds me of Justin Fields. Not Justin Fields, sorry. It reminds me of Stroud against Georgia. Yeah. Very similar feel where I was like, oh my God, this dude's the real deal. Like, that was one of the best performances I've seen. And yeah, so Justin Fields can throw the ball. But they're like, oh, he can't throw at all. But he's got arm talent. I've seen him play.
No, he can throw. I thought the problem, I guess, how many years has he been in? 2 or 3? 2?
Yeah, around that.
I think last year was his second year. But he's just like, he was slow with his decision making, holding on to the ball too long. But in the second half of the year, when he started running more.
Oh, no, he's a sick athlete, dude.
And opening things up like that, I think you see even more improvement for him this year.
Yeah, I think I would personally pump the brakes on the Lions' hype.
Yeah, me too.
Them being the favorites to win the division, I don't get it. I don't know about that. I would be hesitant there. Anything can happen. Obviously, I'm not on it. I'm not on any team in that division, but are you on anything in that one?
I'm not on any divisions. I'm on over/under win totals.
Oh, and then with the trade, they got DJ Moore now. after kind of not really having
Right.
a lot of receivers.
It wasn't Claypool
Not any
supposed to be their guy.
big names over there.
Claypool was supposed to be their guy. Yeah, Darnell Mooney.
He's a good receiver.
And then Cole
He's a little bit underrated in my
I
opinion.
need Cole Kmet.
Why, you got a card?
Yeah. And he's on my dynasty.
There you go. That's right. Fantasy's close. The board's right there in the FedEx thing. So we're so close. We're so close. What else do you have for division winners?
One more. Another weak division. I'm going with the 49ers. Minus 165.
Who's going to play quarterback?
Apparently it doesn't matter.
The defense is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Sam Darnold.
I know. They said, dude, I have a lot of riding on Trey Lance, man. Of course, the one time I pull a great rookie auto, it's Trey Lance and he breaks his fucking leg in half. I hope Trey Lance is the starter.
It's going to be Darnold.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Oh, yeah.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked if they started Darnold over Lance to at least see what they had in Lance.
Yeah, not if Lance is healthy.
Yeah. I think he is.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm hearing mixed reports on Purdy that he's healthy, and then there's reports that they're rushing him back and he's not ready. I have no idea. I have no idea where he's at with the Tommy John. I think it's Tommy John. So, who do you think's going to be the quarterback?
I don't know.
Don't care.
No.
Okay. So, yeah, no, I mean, it is a weak division. Their defense is really good. So, and they feel, obviously.
Got a full season with McCaffrey.
Yep.
Plus whoever else they mix in at running back.
Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah, you got
He
Debo,
was
you got
running when he
Ayuk.
came back from injury with McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He came in a lot of third downs. He's a good running back.
No, he is. He's just battled with injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people I work with, and I was in Lafayette today, and she was like, Elijah Mitchell, do you know him? He trains at my gym. I'm like, yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's in the NFL. He's pretty good. Probably one of the better players to ever play at UL. So,
Elijah's running backs named Elijah at UL have careers.
Elijah McGuire.
Saved your fantasy championship.
was that the year I got? Yeah.
Robbie fucking Anderson.
Dude, you know, I had to make so many moves on that.
I'll never
insane.
forget Njoku.
That was insane. Yeah. Yep.
Fucking bullshit jump ball. No, dude.
Oh, I just opened the can.
Well, his team was good.
No,
it was really good. But when we talk about that day,
I mean, great starts.
no, it was great starts, but that was like fucking.
I don't know what you saw, but shit.
You put in like 3 players off the waiver wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, McGuire was
But then
one of them.
when we talk about it though, you're like it wasn't
No,
like
well, what happened was
I put up like 180. My team was fucking good.
they went off too.
I'm watching you get bonus touchdown after bonus touchdown. I'm like, this is incredible. McGuire, Njoku, Robbie Anderson. It was a fucking disaster.
You started
I should have been back
Robbie
to
and-
back.
You started 2 waiver wire players on the same team.
Yeah,
Robbie Anderson
and
Elijah.
McGuire.
That's
And they both
incredible.
get bonus
They
touchdowns.
both had over 30. Ow.
You have to. We've talked about this. You do have to get lucky.
Yeah.
But I forgot. I did because we've talked about it before, and I did forget like how good your team. My team was so good that year that I just disregarded everybody else's team. So when we talked about it, I went back and looked. This was a while ago, but your team was good. But I just remember being like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me," because I don't even remember why you had to go to the waiver wire. There wasn't bye weeks.
I had an injury. Emmanuel Sanders got injured.
Okay.
I don't remember who exactly was on my team. I do know I had Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
who got 120 receptions
That was the year that we let you double up Kamara and McCaffrey?
Yeah. And then I had Kamara, who scored like 20 touchdowns that year.
So nobody took McCaffrey early. That had to be.
Yeah,
you
I
took
got
Kamara first.
I got McCaffrey before McCaffrey became
Because
McCaffrey.
I fleeced Kamara off of him year 1.
Yeah.
And that solidified
I took
my championship.
Kamara in the first round, and then in the second round, I was able to get McCaffrey.
I remember, dude, we negotiated in the car for like an hour and a half. We went to Liz's breakfast. It was it was a business deal.
Oh, saved me from the toilet bowl.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I've never lost a league.
See, everybody gets, well, not everybody, Bam,
I've never
and
lost a league.
probably Alec get
Not
mad.
once.
But it made sense. I sold you from the right angle. I said, look, you're going to come in last place. You can have Kamara on your team and he'll do well and everybody else sucks.
Look.
Or I'll give you Michael Crabtree or whoever it was, 3 shit players, and
Robbie.
you give me Robbie Anderson was
Robbie got me 30
and
that
then
week.
you give me Alvin Kamara, and
Saved
I'll
me
go
from
run away
losing.
with the league. So you weren't there. You were in
Yeah, I
Italy.
didn't play that year.
I remember we sat in the driveway at the house on Lotus, and I mean because he's like, I don't know. I'm like, I can't get out of the car until we make a deal. So got the deal done. Nobody was happy. Everybody was so pissed. I had Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley.
I was happy. It was like the last game of the season, and I didn't lose.
Yeah, but everybody else that
I don't
had a
give
chance to win was not. There was no collusion. There was no nothing. I didn't give him money. I nearly lost too. But Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce, maybe Drew Brees. It was
such a good
the
fantasy
best fantasy football team ever assembled. The best. I don't think there's ever been a better one. It was the number 1, 2, and 3 running backs in fantasy on the same team. Because I took Le'Veon and then I took Todd Gurley on the way back. Ended up getting Kamara from him. Travis Kelce, number 1 tight end. DeAndre Hopkins, number 1 wide receiver. Drew Brees, top 10 quarterback. And then one of the years, I think it was year 2, I had Mahomes. It wasn't year 1. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. How like the projected number 1 pick
Justin
doesn't ever
Jefferson.
live up to the hype,
Might-
or rarely does.
Might this year.
Who was
But
it last year?
that year you got Gurley.
Yeah.
He lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
Who was it last year?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
But it's almost like a curse to get the first pick
I
in
know.
a lot of cases because like
I'd
you're
rather-
expected to take that
Yeah.
guy.
Yes.
So you don't really have much of a choice.
It's the same thing like in the NFL draft. Like if there's a surefire, like you can't not take him because then it's like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Why would you not? But yeah, I always say, dude, I would rather. I don't know. I still haven't been able to figure out the perfect spot, the perfect number, whether 10-man, 12-man league, whatever. I haven't been able to decipher where exactly I want to go. I just kind of wherever it falls, it happens. I kind of lean towards I might want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
I hate going the whole way back in the snake draft and having to wait. But I almost prefer pick 2 or 3, and then your decision's made for you.
Yeah.
You make the decision you either want to go running back or wide receiver to start, but then you let them, you let the first 2, 3 picks decide themselves, and then whoever is there kind of falls to you. Kind of what happened with me with Dalvin Cook this past year, which didn't work out. But I think I've gotten Dalvin Cook 2 years in a row, and I keep saying I don't want him. Should have took Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's the number 1 this year.
Yeah, and then
He is.
Jamar,
Yeah.
I think's right behind him.
Yeah.
And I think,
Which is
like,
interesting. If Burrow isn't coming back
Yeah.
till week
I
5.
think Eckler's the top of the running backs this
Yeah,
year. huh?
he is, I
I'm
believe.
sure he's
Yes.
number 1, and McCaffrey right behind him.
So, all right, we got off on a tangent there. We didn't do a fantasy football episode this year, but there's little insight.
Oh, we didn't?
I don't
I
believe.
thought we had talked about it.
We talked about maybe doing it, but yeah, I don't think we ever did. Our draft is coming up. There will be a last place punishment this year.
I can't wait.
I'm making everybody sign something. Serious.
A handshake agreement.
You're definitely signing it.
I don't need to sign nothing.
You're signing it.
Yeah, I ain't signing shit.
No, y'all are.
Yeah, right. I don't know what you're gonna do with my John Hancock, man. I work for NASA, bro.
Yeah.
Can't be just throwing a signature out there.
All right. What? So that's all for your division winners, right? Do you have over under win totals?
Yeah.
You do?
Uh-huh.
All right, y'all go ahead. I don't have anything, so y'all, whoever wants to go first.
You got something? You can go.
I got 3 of them. I'll just touch on them real quick. We
Just
already
go 1
talked
and
about-
1.
Well, we already talked about the Saints, so I got their over. Win total 9.5, easy schedule, and I think it's a comeback year for us.
Yeah, it's a good point. Easy
But
schedule.
What's
What?
the odds?
Plus 114.
Okay.
So we talked about this before, I know for a fact, but we did a Saints breakdown for sure. But when you look at the schedule, we play every rookie quarterback.
All 3 of us had 10 wins.
Yeah,
I believe you.
that's right.
you
We
and I
did
were
do-
10
we
and
did-
7,
we
and
did
you
do-
were 11-6. I want to say,
Yeah, I'm always more optimistic. I think last year I might have had us winning fucking 13 games.
and that's over 9.5. So I think we can win some of those other games too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we literally play all 4 rookie quarterbacks. We play the Colts, we play the Panthers, we play the Texans, we play who's the other one?
I don't know. I'd have to see it.
The Titans, right? Yeah, but that's not who I'm thinking of.
Who'd you say? The Colts, the Texans?
Colts,
Panthers.
Texans, Panthers. That was what 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then
It would just be the
I thought there was somebody else too. Obviously, yeah, Titans with Levis, or they're saying Malik Willis might beat him out, and then Tannehill's in the mix. Obviously, I don't know who's starting over there, but yeah, if you look at the schedule, dude, the schedule's easy.
They're
the best quarterbacks we play
top.
are like
us has the easiest schedule.
The best one's Kirk Cousins
or Trevor Lawrence. Don't we play the Jags?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, well then, yeah.
But still,
Lawrence
he's still a
is the
younger
best.
guy. But yeah, we go to, that's where we get the Packers with Jordan Love year one. We go to Foxborough, so obviously Mac Jones. We play all the young guys. If we don't make the playoffs and win the division, or if we don't win the division, Dennis Allen needs to be fired without question. It'll be a huge, tremendous failure. So, all right, you're on the Saints. What are you on?
Atlanta under 8.5 even money.
Okay, I like that. 8.5. What am I fucking missing, dude? I understand they got Bijan.
You gotta look at schedules too.
Yeah, but
So I'm sure they don't have the hardest schedule either.
and our division sucks. But
Yeah, exactly. They're giving them 2 against the Bucks probably.
yeah, Bucks are 9-1 to win the division. I don't know who's going to be quarterback there, but who cares? They're going to suck. That's what you get. All those fans talking that shit for the last few years. That's what you fucking get.
Yeah.
So enjoy poverty, you fucking losers. All right, what else do you have?
Only got 2 more. I got Denver Broncos over 8.5 wins.
Are you on that?
I'm looking at their schedule too. They have a couple cakewalks as well. Not the hardest schedule. They do have some tough games, but I mean, we like Sean Payton, and I think he's a better offensive mind than Nathaniel Hackett.
Aaron Rodgers would say
Russ
otherwise,
is done.
but
I don't think Russ is done.
I don't know.
I don't think he's done yet.
I can't touch it just because it's like they were so bad, dude. And
Yeah, Russell Wilson fucking sucked.
he was
don't
really,
think he's done.
really
I remember I
bad.
saw some clips. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean,
He was my goddamn fantasy quarterback.
yeah, it was terrible.
He was
it
a
wasn't
trash
like,
bag.
And these were throws that were just his fault.
No, it
They're
wasn't.
just like you couldn't even believe this was an NFL quarterback.
Obviously your bet's going to rely on Russell Wilson going back to old school Russell Wilson. So if you think he's going to do that, then it makes sense. I think he can.
Sean Payton makes a difference too.
Yes, but like he's saying, he was my fantasy quarterback, so I watched him every fucking game. There was just like, what are we doing? We talked about it. You felt like more than me, but you were saying how they went away from his greatest asset, which was play action, roll out of the pocket, make something happen. And they wanted him to be inside the pocket passer, and he's just not. And it was alarming how bad he was.
Well, that's why I say Sean Payton, I think, will make a difference. He finds that in players. Like, he knows who Russell Wilson is.
There was a time when I argued that I would take Russell Wilson over Patrick Mahomes. But he was fucking good, dude. He was good.
Oh, yeah.
He was really good in Seattle.
Yeah.
But yeah, clearly, dude, they paid him so much money. They paid him a shitload of money. So it's like he didn't get that money for nothing, but it was, he's got to come out and do something fast, because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, whoa, we just made the worst fucking decision in franchise history.
Minus 106 for over 8.5 wins. I only got one more.
What do you have?
Carolina over 7.5 minus 120.
Interesting.
Again, the division. It's all about the matchups.
Dude, they have Carolina juiced in favor of the over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do think Bryce Young's going to be good. We've talked about it a million times. Bryce Young's very good. He's going to be good. You can tell just by his way. His ability to process things and not panic and stay calm in the pocket. But he's still a rookie. I don't know. I'll be interested. Obviously, we'll get a very good. He'll throw his first touchdown against us.
Yeah.
Like RG3. Okay. What else you got?
Chicago Bears over 7.5 wins minus 122.
Okay.
For a lot of the reasons I talked about, why I'm betting them to win the division.
Yep.
And then the Cleveland Browns, I'm going over 9.5 wins plus 108.
Yeah. I was looking at that division too.
It's tough, but then with Burrow out five games or
that was
4
my
games.
thoughts. I nearly pulled the trigger on him, but you would assume Deshaun Watson's going to be much more settled in. Still have Nick Chubb. I understand Kareem Hunt's no longer there, but good wide receivers, good defense. One of the best, probably the best defensive player in football. and Myles Garrett. Good corners. I like Denzel Ward a lot. Yeah, there was good value on Cleveland, I thought.
Yeah.
Not enough for me to pull the trigger, but I don't hate the over on the win
Is that
total.
confirmed, by the way?
What?
Burrow?
No, that's
No,
Jamar
they don't
Chase
know.
saying that. But he's
I'm saying that because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cleveland plays
early.
Cincinnati early, right?
Yeah, you'd know more than I would. I haven't looked at their schedule.
Into one of those.
That's just Jamar Chase saying that, so clearly he doesn't fucking know. But
I never really looked at the extent of that.
it's a calf strain, so but they're going to baby him for sure. They don't want there to be any issues, and can tell you firsthand, calves can nag. So I've been dealing with one myself. Not anywhere near the severity of Joe Burrow.
But
and I couldn't run.
Yeah, this is like though where we were just talking like sticking with a coach might pay off for the Browns here. What they made the playoffs a couple years ago, but then missed it last year, maybe the year before that.
Mm-hmm. It's Stefanski, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, I don't hate
I think
it.
this is his 4th season.
What's your last one, Joseph?
We already talked about them as well. I got the Jets under 9.5 wins at even money.
Yeah.
If you look at theirs, I mean, obviously they're in one of the toughest divisions with Miami and Buffalo, and New England's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick coach defense, so that division's already tough. And then they also play the NFC East, and they were good last year.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of tough games. I think 9.5 is too many.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to jump all over the Jets.
Yeah.
I won't be like blown away. It's still Aaron Rodgers. I won't be shocked if they have a very good year. But I don't know. There's a lot of question marks. I would be worried to like people are betting them to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Every good team in the league's in the AFC now.
Yeah.
So if you think the Jets are a contender, hypothetically, you've got the Jets, the Bengals, you've got the Browns, but obviously there's plenty of other teams worth mentioning before them. The Bills, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Chargers, Ravens. But it's like literally who's good in the NFC? Eagles, Cowboys, Niners.
Eagles, that's it.
Well,
and Niners.
Eagles and Niners.
But
the Cowboys.
The Eagles are the only team that has a good quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we see a little bit of regression out of the Eagles. I feel like it's just kind of I could be wrong, but
that'll be interesting to see.
They were contemplating not having Jalen Hurts as the starter if he didn't get off to a good start.
Yeah.
Last season.
Well, who was it? The other guy threw
Well, there was Minshew.
Back when they were having all the injuries at quarterback.
Foles?
They didn't play Hurts on the last game or something. Remember that? The guy got fired, Doug Peterson.
Yeah, and then he went to the Jets.
He played some guy that deserved it. Remember? That's why he got fired.
Vaguely.
Not
And they said he
Foles.
wasn't trying to win the game.
Yeah, and it had playoff implications. Not that they were going to make the playoffs, but it was between the Giants
it wasn't Foles.
and someone else.
Yeah, I do remember the scenario. I don't remember the player specifically, but I remember
Yeah,
that's
because
why
he was
got
nobody.
fired.
He was like, hey, man, he deserved it.
Yeah. He's been practicing hard.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we don't fucking care. Yeah, I don't know. Doug Peterson's a good coach, though, clearly. He's doing well.
He won a Super Bowl.
And he's doing well in Jacksonville. So, yeah, that's the big one. I don't know. I feel like the Eagles did – I'm interested to see Jalen Hurts. He's either the real deal. I think we could see a little bit of regression. Doesn't mean he's going to be trash, but I think he's
the real deal.
If you can contain him on the ground and make him beat you through the air, I still want to see more through the air. There's a reason I took the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and in part was because I don't think he just has to prove more to me with his arm. I think he's capable. I think he's good. I'm not saying he's not good, but I just think we see a little bit of regression this year. I could see the Cowboys competing for the NFC East, definitely.
Definitely.
I don't know how I feel about the Giants either. With the Saquon issues, they decided to pay Daniel Jones.
Do they pay Saquon?
They gave him They did give him a 1-year deal.
$11 million.
It was like essentially the fucking salary. I mean the fucking franchise tag.
Okay.
It was very close to it, so it was interesting. But I think it might have been fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
But still, he's not happy. He's not thrilled. He wanted a long-term deal. So I don't know. We'll see what goes on there. I'm interested. That's an interesting division. Is Sam Howell starting for the Commanders?
Yeah. At least to start the preseason.
I mean, their defense is going to be pretty solid. D-line, at least. I don't know.
And they got Bieniemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently there's problems.
Yeah, they're mad. They don't like the way he yells at them.
Yeah, fucking pussies. Ron Rivera, though, is airing it out in the press conference. Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm just talking about it's getting me excited. I'm so ready. I'm ready for all of it, all across the board. I know y'all still have, and I still have something as well, but I was just thinking, I'm like, dude, preseason tomorrow. When do the Saints play? Saturday? Sunday? I'm ready. I got high hopes.
I'm ready to watch the Panthers. Ready to watch the Colts.
Tomorrow?
Nah, the preseason.
No, I know, but there's games tomorrow.
Yeah. The Panthers don't play till Saturday, I think.
No.
But I got to see Matt Corral.
Texans play tomorrow.
I thought that's where you were going with
that. Oh, yeah. So wait, we got to brush up on that. So,
I thought that's where you were going with that.
You obviously, anybody who's a hardcore listener knows the bets we have. Anyone who's not a hardcore listener, last season at the start made a bet with Nick that Kenny Pickett makes the Pro Bowl before Matt Corral. Obviously, unfortunately for you, Matt Corral got hurt all season, and then they drafted Bryce Young. But so you would assume in the driver's seat there, crazier shit's happened. But so then I doubled down, and I don't fucking understand. But I decided I took Hendon Hooker to make the Pro Bowl before Anthony Richardson. So one leg snap away from being back in the driver's seat on both of those. But essentially we have...
might make the Pro Bowl this year.
Nah, relax. We have...
Pickett's good.
Oh, Pickett. Yes. I thought you said Richardson. I thought you were talking about Richardson.
He might too. Shit.
Nah. If Tyler Huntley can get in, that's what I told him. Because I
still can't believe that motherfucker got in the Pro Bowl.
I said Pickett's going to the Pro Bowl this year. He said, stop. I said, fucking Tyler Huntley got in. If he can get in, I think he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah.
Damn near. Kenny Pickett can get in.
Yeah, they just threw people in the Pro Bowl last year.
Well, because nobody wants to go.
Yeah.
The team's in the Super Bowl, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about all that.
So the problem is we made the bet. The bets are in, regardless, even if I have to pay you with the Richardson. But the Pro Bowl's not like it used to be. It's fucking dumb now. So a lot of players are like, fuck it, I don't want to go. So it's not. It's a little.
It still counts.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like a player that makes the Pro Bowl but doesn't go, that still counts.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
But it also counts.
But the other guy, yeah. So there's more opportunity. There's more opportunity for the guys waiting in the wings or the guys that don't deserve to go at all, like Tyler Huntley. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see whose cash is first. I would think mine. Richardson could go crazy. You never know. All he has to do is be a poor man's Jalen Hurts, and they might throw him in there. Who
rush
fucking
for
knows,
12
man.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Go for 18. I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah, they're going to be like, he's Cam Newton. And then they'll put him in the Pro Bowl to play fucking dodgeball just because he can throw hard. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If unbiased, whose do you think cashes first?
I just told you, Kenny Pickett's going to the Pro Bowl this year.
All right, there you go. You want to just pay me now?
The Pittsburgh Steelers might win the division.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean he's done. I mean, I don't know. In today's day and age, that probably does mean you're going to the Pro Bowl. So
yeah, if the Steelers win the division, Pickett's going to the Pro Bowl.
I like Pickett.
They'll be dead last in that division.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Probably.
I like Pickett, though. I've been saying it clearly. I bet on him, but
his hands are too small.
That's why he wears the gloves. Yeah. 2 gloves. All right.
What happens in the snow?
It gets a little slippery, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll see. What do you have for Rookie of the Year?
Bryce Young.
Okay.
4-1.
Okay. I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs 11-1.
Me too.
Just for Jahmyr Gibbs is a fucking stud. Obviously, anybody can get hurt. Breece Hall looked like the runaway favorite to win it last year. Tore his ACL. One ACL tear for the Atlanta Falcons running back, and then everybody else. But when
they drafted him that high for a reason.
So how trash were the quarterbacks last year? Who were the quarterbacks last year?
Oh, they sucked.
They were because Garrett Wilson won it. Yeah, was it? He was a rookie last year. Okay, yeah. I'm tripping. Well, relax. They didn't suck, but
he was the only quarterback.
Yeah. So
Corral would have probably
stop.
If he didn't twist his ankle or whatever. He would have gotten in because of. I mean, who was playing quarterback for the Panthers at the end?
No, the goddamn
PJ Walker.
Yeah, XFL's finest. And yeah, Baker was there for a little bit. They said, "Get the fuck out, you suck," and then he leads an epic comeback with the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's in Tampa. Good luck.
Corral would have gotten playing time last year.
Yeah, he would have.
Oh, without question. Yeah, no, that was fortunate. I mean, he's.
We'll see.
That was the difference in his career right there. He'll never be anything now because of that one ankle twist. Yeah,
I got Gibbs too. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think they're going to get him the ball a lot this year. David Montgomery's a backup. He's not a starter anymore.
Yeah, obviously DeAndre Swift's gone. Jamal Williams is gone. He's going to get a lot of touches. They're see the problem with the training camp and all that. They put all these reports out. Everything's always good and glowing, and you could get hyped up around anybody from the training camp reports, but they're saying they're lining him up at receiver a lot, so he's catching a lot of passes. It's a lot of footage of him torching linebackers. A lot of what Alvin Kamara was doing, but he's faster than Alvin Kamara without question. At 11-1 odds, I think it's worth it. Yeah. So, I mean,
that's the way I look at it.
Obviously, there's high hopes around Detroit. If they're going to live up to expectations, he's going to have a good year. If I had to take a quarterback, I would clearly take Bryce Young. I would take Bryce Young well before I took Bijan. If at least from those odds. If Jahmyr Gibbs' odds were 4-1, 5-1, I wouldn't take it. 11-1, I'll take a shot. What's Bijan? 3-1. Bryce Young's 4-1.
Yeah, and for good reason.
Oh, he's going to be great. Yeah,
that dude looks incredible.
Yes. No, trust me. Obviously, we've been very vocal on how good Bijan Robinson is. But
they were showing him.
But
just breaking people off.
Yeah. No, he's fucking good. But you've got two quality quarterbacks, and typically the quarterbacks win it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to go with a running back. I wasn't going to take a running back with Bijan being the favorite at 3-1 when there's two quality quarterbacks. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, is just as capable to be, extremely dynamic and score touchdowns and do all the things that people want to see. The exciting plays, the hurdles, like Kamara, his rookie season. So, yeah, I think 11-1 odds make sense. So, worth a stab at least.
Yep.
Do you have anything else, or is it just Gibbs?
I mean, I did Super Bowl and MVP. I've been saying Burrow for MVP for a long time.
Yeah, it worries me now that.
No, right now the injury thing is kind of a. But I was gonna do Chiefs and Bengals for Super Bowl.
Impossible.
What do you mean?
Oh! I'm thinking you're picking
both.
the matchup.
No, bet both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet both.
I was like, how much are you betting on that? Yeah, I just don't like doing that just because one's guaranteed to not make it. But if you get to the AFC Championship,
yeah, you still profit.
One will be they got to win it, but
yeah, if one of them win, I'm saying
yeah,
you still make a good amount of money.
Yeah, I don't know. It worries me with the Burrow injury news. We'll see what happens there, but
I think it's AFC regardless. I don't.
Well, they're clearly far and away the best, but in terms of the overall talent is stacked on that side for sure.
For sure.
But there's just a lot of question marks this year. Like I said, if I think Philly's going to regress, that's me. But you've got question marks in San Francisco, who's going to be the quarterback. Dallas is Dallas. They do what they do. I don't know. I'm interested to see what does Justin Herbert do. He's paid now. Yeah. Highest paid quarterback in the league. Are the Chargers going to take that step? I think I made a great prediction that he's going to be Phillip Rivers for his entire career. But
yeah, we never talk about the Chargers.
What do you mean?
I just feel like that's the first time we talk about Herbert and the Chargers.
Today, yeah, we didn't really.
No period. Yeah. Even when it's.
Yeah, but they're kind of.
They're kind of that team.
They're It's like when they had Phillip Rivers. They can beat anybody, but they never really do in the end.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you have? MVP, Super Bowl. What are you taking?
Oh, MVP. I got 3.
Go ahead.
Josh Allen 7-1.
What's that second one?
Justin Fields 20-1. And then
I'll do it.
Deshaun Watson.
Again? You're going back to you're turning back the clock.
This guy's an incredible player. The Saints should have traded everything. Gave him $300 million guaranteed.
No, it's so funny because we were monitoring. I was monitoring it around the fucking clock. I was like, come on. And then we don't get him. I'm like, he's fucking raping those girls.
That's how I was. Fuck him. We don't need him. We got Winston.
Oh my God, it's so funny to look back because it's literally we were like, we can win with Jameis. At least I was.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, we can fucking win with Jameis. He's a good guy. That other dude's over there fucking. He's groping massage therapist. We don't fucking need him. I checked my phone relentlessly. I was like, come on. He's meeting with Atlanta. And he's leaving Atlanta. He's not signing. Dude, it is hilarious to look back. And you convince yourself. That's why I'm trying to like not fall into that same mold again this year with how the team's going to be and my expectations and all that good stuff. Because, I mean, yeah, now that you bring it up, it is like, if they're going to let him play, I don't care. I care. I don't know.
Careful.
It's not up to me to decide if he plays or not, or if what he did was not good or bad. If they were going to let him play, God damn it, I wish he was playing for the Saints. There, I said it. I got it off my chest.
Seriously, though, do you guys think Deshaun Watson is still that player that we saw?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still got that?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
It's so hard to just like.
How they were talking about in the Hall of Fame game, just how the offense he was coming from versus the offense he was going to was a lot different. Obviously, the Browns are heavily involved running it.
Right.
You got to mold
with
it
a
around
full
him.
off season.
He also went through
that is true.
a
that
shitload of
offense.
Completely remove on whether obviously he's a piece of shit. He's a shitbag. But take that out of the equation and then just look at it from the grand scheme of things that he like had all this crazy shit going on that he wasn't thinking about football. And then it was like, all right, go play. Like you got on a team in the 11th hour. And yeah, I didn't have really high expectations for him. He did worse than I thought.
Yeah.
But I would be, he didn't lose the ability. He only sat out a year.
And that's a good point, too.
He was a top 5 player in football.
The Texans' whole offense was, like you said, literally based around Deshaun Watson. The Browns,
they rarely ran it.
Yeah, you got Nick Chubb in the backfield. You can't not hand it.
Yeah, because they didn't have anybody. That was before they had Dameon Pierce.
I forgot who they had
Deshaun
running
Watson
it
was
back
their leading
then.
rusher.
Frickin'
Mark Ingram.
I
was
can't
there with him,
remember
huh?
that
should
guy.
know. Yeah, Mark Ingram.
Wasn't he there with him?
Yeah, I believe.
The best running back was like a guy that would be on waivers for fantasy.
Yeah.
Burkhead.
Yeah.
I forget him. He could catch a little bit. Smaller guy.
Yeah, same shit. I can see it, but I can't think of the name.
Yeah, he played for the Dolphins. Damn, that's gonna piss me.
He had another
Duke
Johnson.
Yep.
Johnson.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Duke Johnson was their lead back.
That's
right.
why he's looking and they're like, he's calling a running play. He's like, nah, fuck that.
I'll run it myself.
Yeah, I'll run it or I'll do whatever the fuck I
probably
want.
led
Just
the team
shut
in
up.
rushing that year too.
I wouldn't doubt it. He was very good.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
That's all I have.
I think I
see.
said.
That's the beauty of this. That's why I said these are like little time capsules at the end of the day. Like so, like we've all said. I was like the Saints can win the Super Bowl with Jameis Winston, but it's like we dialed back the clock. You were fucking all in on the Browns that one year, or the Texans that 1 year.
That was a long shot.
It was no, of course it wasn't like you were saying it's a lock.
And Watson,
but you bet
turned out to be.
Wasn't that the year he got in trouble though?
No, it was before.
Yeah, it was before.
Okay, it must have been the year before.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was.
But I remember you were on him division.
Well, they made the playoffs a year before, and that was that year they
got up 21-0.
The Chiefs won the Super Bowl that year, but in the divisional round,
That's right.
the Texans were up on them 21-0
at halftime.
That's right. Yeah, he and DeAndre Hopkins were fucking nasty.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
Nasty. And they had who was Moore? Who was the other wide receiver?
Chris Moore?
No. It might not be Moore.
No.
Blonde dreads. Deep ball threat.
Fuller.
Will Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good year too. Yeah.
It's like they sucked, but they were good. It was weird. Like I guess I just associate them with them the last couple years and just assume like that's how they've been. But they were not bad there for a little while. Okay, what else you got? You're doing Super Bowl?
Yeah, I just got Super Bowl left.
Go ahead.
Bills 10-1.
Okay.
This might be the year if I, put it all together.
You'd assume it's coming at some point.
Josh Allen might be Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, same number.
Yeah. And then you just said it, the Chargers.
Okay. Tough division.
Yeah.
They're good. I mean, they've got
But I
talent.
remember last year, man, they had 2 close games with the Chiefs.
Mhm.
Yes. They had a couple more like that.
They have some players over
I love
there,
it.
even on the defensive end.
I love reminiscing on. Yeah, Derwin James is one of my favorite players.
Bosa.
Dude's a stud. Yeah, Bosa. I love Herbert. my fucking ribs until it's time to throw the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Dude, it is.
And then like the play before that, he just like gave up on the play and
Yes.
made it 4th down.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, good. He's dying.
And
I was
then
like,
he throws
we got
one
it.
of the best passes
Dude.
you'll ever see.
Dude, it's so funny.
Pinpoint accuracy on a rope.
It's so funny watching games with people that like don't consistently watch. I remember Thanksgiving. This is unrelated to what we just talked about, but I remember, I think it was the Giants and the Cowboys. I can't remember who it was. I think it was on the Giants and the Cowboys got the ball, or vice versa. And they got the ball on like the 10-yard line. They got to go the length of the field to score, to cover. And I don't want them to score. But they get it on the 10. I'm like, fuck. They're like, whoa, what? I'm like, God damn it. It's bullshit. It's prevent. And I'm like, you don't get it. You don't understand. And they're like, what's the problem? They're like, you're fine. I'm like, shut up. I'm fucking freaking out. I'm like, I know what's going to happen, man. I said, I'm telling you right now, it's a strip sack or a tip ball interception. It's the only chance. I said, it's the only fucking chance or else they're going to score. They march down 5-6 plays, touchdown. I'm like, motherfucker. They're like, wow, you called it. I'm like, yeah, this fucking happens all the time. I'm like, I know what's going to fucking happen.
That shit happened to me. It was week 1, the App State game.
He missed a field goal. That's what it was. He fucking doinked a field goal. I'm like, that's the goddamn difference. It's fucking, oh, dude, it's all coming back.
Yeah, that happened to me, the App State North Carolina game. Fucking back and forth game, so many points scored.
The onside kick.
The 2-point conversions.
It was a 1.5 spread, and like fucking App State has to attempt the onside kick. And after they score the touchdown, Corinne and Zach were over with the baby. And I was like, I should be good, but wait. I was like, I've seen this happen before where they return an onside kick for a touchdown.
They're like, Jesus Christ, man, you're fucking crazy.
That's the only
They've
thing
probably never seen it in their life.
I don't need to happen right here. And then, of course,
they fucking pancake the whole line. Yeah. No, yeah, they're probably like, Jesus Christ, he's got something wrong with him.
Takes it for the touchdown.
Dude.
I said, God damn it, this is why I like to watch by myself.
You had to bring that damn kid over here. No, yeah, it's so funny. Like, you start blaming it on everybody else. You're like, if you wouldn't have fucking went to the bathroom, Jerry. Fucking just random shit.
Yeah, shut up. This is a fucking important play.
Oh,
it
my
really
God.
does make you nuts.
No, 100%. No, I'm so ready for it. That's what. Do y'all have anything else, bets? That's it.
Of Jacksonville, 28-1.
I don't hate it. Should win the division. Should get in the playoffs.
And that would also be one I would look at for MVP, maybe.
Trevor Lawrence. Oh shit! I can't back you up there, but I do think he's going to do well. But I've been critical of him, so I got to see it to believe it.
I've seen it.
No, I mean, I think they can definitely be solid.
But I think ETN this year is going to be a huge year for him, especially in fantasy.
Well, they're getting Calvin Ridley back too, so
Yeah.
they got a lot of good receivers. Evan Ingram at tight end still, right? I understand he has been kind of trying to find his way in the league, but last year he did pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
So they have weapons, running backs. O-line needs to hold up, and then decent defense. They can definitely make some noise. Weak division. I think the odds are worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got.
I'm excited, man.
Give everybody a quick sales pitch on why they should why they should tune in and listen to you this year.
Well, I've proven it. How many years we been doing this?
This is going on the 5th season, I believe. 4th year, 5th season.
Yeah, I've 4 seasons. I've won money every year in college football.
Yeah.
Never had a losing record.
Yeah.
NFL last year.
You had
Before
one
last
bad year.
year, I had a bad year.
Yeah.
I started off 1-10.
Do you have the records from that year? I know you take pictures. I tried to listen back.
I can go. Yeah, that's the only way I'd be able to find them now.
I tried to, but I was like,
My
fuck.
records.
Yeah, so we can go back and listen. But yeah, I want to know what my NFL. I think my NFL season that year was not bad. Wasn't spectacular.
Yeah, that was the year Justin
Went crazy.
Was a
Rain Man.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. NFL. It's like I like college more. I've always said it, but I feel like I do better in NFL.
I like NFL because of fantasy.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And I also hate NFL because of fantasy.
But I do feel like
I hate betting against my guys.
yes, I don't like that either.
I'm
I
like,
do
I'll
feel
just leave
like
that
there's some NFL games that are like slam dunks though.
Yeah.
You just know it. I feel like you get that in college too, but everybody knows the NFL though. But it's like that one. It's like I've heard it because they played it on the Quarterback Netflix show, and it was when the Chiefs lost to the Colts. And I went back and listened to it, and I showed Lindsay. She didn't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm like, look at this. I was like, it was my lock, and then I was like, they're gonna lose by blank, and you're like, they might win, and then we're watching them win. Like we're watching the Colts beat the Chiefs, and she's just like, it's in one ear out the other. But I'm like you don't understand.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes it just makes sense. It's like, yeah, they got beat by 100 points the week before. It's like they're gonna go in and they're gonna cover this fucking spread because it's the NFL. And I don't know. I'm ready for it. I think it's like I said. There's people out there that are fraudulent. They fabricate their records. They go back and they delete shit, whatever. Every year, year after year, we come here. We fucking put our heart and soul. We go to war every week. And we're scratching and clawing, just trying to make money. And we've been able to every season, collectively. Sometimes thanks to you only. But collectively, year after year, we make money. You tune in. There's a lot of quality people out there, but a lot of them are old. That's what we were talking about. There's good people out there that you can listen to that do it the right way and are good at handicapping games, but they're old. We're not. So you get the best of both worlds. We're not going to be geezers, and we're going to win money, and we're going to win the most money we've ever won this year. So I put it out on BetSperts, put it out everywhere. If you're betting on games, take the time out of your day to not only listen to us, listen to other people too. I've always said that. But listen to us specifically because we're going to make money. We're going to give you transparent, honest picks. And we're going to take them for all they fucking got this year. I'm ready to go. I'm about to buy a new notebook. I got plenty of pages here, but I'm going to buy a new notebook anyway. I was thinking about that. You go loose leaf.
Yeah, I lose my records.
That's crazy. Loose leaf paper.
I keep them for a while, but
I mark mine. The year. Now I'm going just year. At the other one I had, I marked it from episode to episode with the year that it ran, but I'm just going to get a new one every year. I'll be 80 years old looking back.
Yeah, I might get a notebook. I need to get something.
I'm going to tell my grandkids, I'm going to be like, you see that? Boise State used to be good back, and they're going to be like, yeah, whatever, Grandpa. What's football?
Yeah.
You know how much this is worth? This is an artifact.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be wiping the dust off.
They won't
I got
even know what an ink pen is.
No. Yeah, they're going to be typing shit with their eyes.
Yeah.
And honestly, they might not even have eyes. Who knows, man? Who knows where we're going to be? But yeah, I invite everybody. Tell a friend about it. The best way to spread this is word of mouth. It grows every year. It grows for a good reason because we're fucking good at what we do. Sure, we could be better sometimes, but we're better than you. So just the way it is. It's fact of life. It's like I said earlier. Take the time out of your day. Listen, we're going to make money this season. It's going to be a good ride. I don't know if we're going to be back between now and week 0. We may. Who knows? It's only 2 weeks away, though. The hibernation is nearly over. We've gotten through the dark days, whatever you want to call it. I'm ready to go. Man, that's pretty much all I got.
Yep, two Saturdays left without football.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we dive into some Saints stuff. Follow the people we want to see. Do something in the preseason games, but then really just kind of wait it out. And I mean, we will certainly be back for week 0. So we'll do week 0's, what we said? You just said 2 Saturdays. So today's Wednesday. This episode will be out Thursday. Not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday we'll be back in studio.
Yeah.
Recording for week 0. So I've already got my bets placed. I've had them placed for a while, and I went pretty big to start. So could be dumb, but I don't know. That's all I got. You got anything?
Nope.
What about you?
Go Braves.
This is football. We're done with
Baseball sucks.
We're done with
Baseball
baseball right
sucks.
Go Braves.
Episode 158 is in the books. Go to the YouTube page, hit subscribe. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want. We appreciate it. Tell a friend. Like I said, we're making money this year. You can either hop on the train or you get left behind. Y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this pitch a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.